Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Taurus for the month of April, including late March 2023. So welcome Taurus. So we are in the sign of Aries, and the element is fire, so very fast moving this month. For some, positivity, things kind of moving along, lots of action. However, you are in your 12th house, which is the house of secrets. It's the house of where we kind of really go into the subconscious and the almost like the land of dreams as well, where we just kind of all these really things that we thought were long, that have just been hiding away for a while, they come out and we're forced to sort of reckon with them. So it is indeed the 12th house. It's the house of the other world, so to speak, if you know what I mean, Taurus. It's a very personal house. So you may not feel like being overly social this month. You might just want to spend chilled out time by yourself and just take note of your dreams, because there can be messages contained in there as well. It's all that kind of energy. So, okay. And we have the end of a cycle as your energy. So something is coming to an end, which is great. So it is actually coming to the end because next month in Taurus, we are your birthday. So another year around the sun, Taurus. So that makes sense, doesn't it? But the 12th house is the last house before we sort of come into the spotlight. So it's almost like a house of reckoning, if you like. Just looking back over the past year and, having a look at what you've actually done and how you've moved through the 12 houses of the wheel. So good, and things all tying up naturally, and it's a lovely card to say, okay, it's done and dusted. So that's what you'll be doing for the next 4 weeks. Where you are at the moment, Taurus, financially stable, things doing well, money good, just very earthed about that, quite pleased with your money. And Taurus, of all people, are very careful people, methodical, slow plodders that you are, but you always manage to come out on top, doing well, because you sort of have that vision of, just security and keeping things sort of going at a nice pace. There's no rush. So lovely 10 of coins. Money is well, inheritance, all sorts of money's coming for you as well, perhaps for some of you, but overall a really nice card. Let's see the influencing card. And it's your card again. It's the Taurus Hierophant. So he is the high priest. So he is your moral compass. So he's sort of saying to you, okay, does everything, from the last year we've been through, is everything sitting well with you in your according to your moral compass? Are you feeling okay about decisions you've made and where you're at? Just looking at, how you've conducted yourself, and you're your own judge and jury. So it doesn't really matter what other people think. It matters what you think of, the last year. Some people have had a great year. Some people are like, oh, I really didn't like that year. But you probably learnt a lot from it. So your moral compass is going to be playing heavily on you in the next 4 weeks of the 12th house, Taurus. So just try and deal with everything as it comes up and go, okay, I'll do better. And that's all you can do, really, is do better. Let's see, March. So February, March. Oh my goodness me, that Pisces month was a bit of a turbulent sort of torrent, wasn't it? So let's have a look. And very much strength coming in. So very much self-awareness, awareness of who you are in the group, awareness of things that you even say, and learning things, or especially being around other people. Sometimes they can point out to us, later, you were a bit over the top. Or so it's just that strength card is just that card of personal power as well, learning when to sort of say something, and learning when it wouldn't be appropriate, or learning when it would be appropriate, that kind of thing. And we all need to have the strength card coming in. It's a bit like, I always call it the father card, because it's like our father as he brought us up when we were children. Like, don't do that again, you know, don't behave like that in public. All those kind of admonishments that we kind of learned to be, we built all that to get our moral compass of what was right and wrong. And really sometimes we can still do it now, where we just sort of sometime inadvertently sort of offend other people with whatever we come out with at the time. And you know, self-awareness is key with strength. So perhaps that was happening for you in Pisces time with that strength card. But yeah, personal power and learning how to use it and learning how to keep it. Recent influences, we have the Chariot. So June, July is going to be the time of Cancer. Is going to be really important for you if you move, especially if you're moving somewhere. That could be the time of it. So now, you know, you need a bit of emotional discipline to get things moving and keep on with whatever you do, you know, whatever you're working towards. If you're going on holidays or you're moving into state, something like this, you need to get your skates on and, you know, keep up with everything and make sure everything's sort of emotionally disciplined. And also disciplining the way you sort of, rather than leaving it all to the last minute, you know, get it done bit by bit every day, that kind of business. So June, July is really important for you as well, Taurus, there. Okay, now let's have a look at the lesson you'll be learning. Three of Cups, having a good time, going out, partying hard, socially happy, you know, times going out, and we can all get sort of dragged into the vortex of that. Also, there could be a scenario, a pregnancy also with the Three of Cups, and there could also be three in a relationship. But I tend to, with this kind of thing, I think it's more about, you know, enjoying yourself, having a good time, how that's going for you. It could be a pregnancy, someone is pregnant, and it's soon to be a couple, soon to be two, to be three, or a new addition coming into the family. But it's a nice light-hearted card. Okay, I'll come back to that if there's any change with the other cards as I go along, Taurus. Near future. Yeah, an Eight of Cups. So there may be a relationship actually, Taurus, where it's just gone a bit sort of, I don't know, off the rails a bit. You may kind of think, oh, I just need to give that person a bit of a wide berth for a while. It's not the end of the end, but it's just like whatever's going on with them and what's going on with you, it's just not meshing at the moment. So just give it a bit of a wide berth. And it sort of happened in Pisces time too, because that's the sign of Pisces there. And it's just like you just need to step away from it for a bit and concentrate on more of your own sort of growth and process than worrying about, because there's somebody around you that's kind of not really, yeah, it's not going well, and it's not a time for you really to be, you've got enough going on without getting involved in that. And it could be to do with one of your friends, and maybe, you know, their other half is having an affair, or there's something going on involving three people as well. I mean, you can go on and on with these readings, Taurus, but, you know, I've just got to do the interpretation. Otherwise, you know, we'll be here for years. Okay, let's see what's happening that you're not realising. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is. Be careful. Just be really careful. You can't have everything all of the time. You can have something some of the time. But yeah, just be careful with this one, love. It's like the rose-coloured glasses. So don't be, beware of things that seem too good to be true. Because they will be. And you can't have all of it. So sometimes it's like these days. I notice it's not so much of a trend, but a couple of years ago, everybody wanted to be everything to everybody, have everything, be everything, and it's like it's just not possible. Well, that's one of those cards, but you need to be careful, and especially with this friend too. this relationship you need to keep away from for a bit. Just give it some time. Even if they might say, oh no, I'm fine now. No, just, you know, moral compass, Taurus. 12th house, remember? Keep to yourself. How others see you. Yeah, there's a bit of deception and jealousy going on here as well. So there you go. And this is how others see you. So I always interpret this as they're projecting onto you how they really feel about themselves. It's not necessarily how you are at all, but in their mind you are. So just be careful, because there's a bit of back gossip there in the back room, and there's a bit of not very nice sort of communication around it, and it usually, well, it always stems from jealousy. So just be on your guard and keep self to self, especially in the 12th house, because you really, you know, this is about your journey. It's not about other people at all and what they may happen to think. Okay, positive feelings. And there you are, the Queen of Coins, and that's your queen. So sitting there on her throne, always welcoming people in, very easygoing, very much a sharing person, very much a caring person as well. Can often be misconstrued as well, but that's that Taurus, earthy energy of, you know, what, you know, welcome one and all. There's always something exciting going on around her. She's very much a lovely person. So that's indeed who you are. So that your best, you know, we've got our positive and our negative sides, but that's you at positive. So just remember that things doing really well. So, but just, it's, once again, it's your sort of month of the year to sit back and reflect on the last 11 months. It's not about these other people and their stuff and their it's about you. This is you finishing up of this, you know, year, so you can enjoy your birthday next month and the month after. Okay, the outcome. And we have good things coming through. We have doing 2 jobs at once, studying, perhaps juggling really well, things doing really well for you. You might have one day job and be looking out for something else, or you might be just doing that job and also studying to, you know, get more sort of, add more to what you've already got. But it's a lovely card to just say that you're actually doing quite well. Money-wise, you juggle well, you're doing well. So it's a lovely way to finish this time before your birthday month of late April, May. Okay, let's see your lovely message, Taurus. Awareness. Oh, this is a good one, especially for the 12th house. Awareness is like the sun. When it shines on things, they are transformed. Awareness is the amazing knowingness that comes from the intelligence of the mind, the opening of the heart, and the different sensations within the body. These 3 dimensions are simultaneously aware of different layers of truth, and when in balance can create great contentment and well-being in body, mind and spirit. There you go. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great 12th house, Taurus.